Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So thank you for joining me today. I am in my kitchen and I'm going to show you how I save £3 a day on meal deals by not buying them and just by meal prepping and doing a little bit of planning ahead. It's really not difficult. If I can do it, you can do it. So for me, it's just something, a routine you've got to get into, and you just got to think ahead a little bit, like write notes and all that. So we're going to start off. I'm going to show you guys what I did on Sunday. Sorry if you can hear that, it's very windy out there today, it's actually terrifying. Yeah, so I'm going to show you what I did on Sunday, all the meal prep I did, and how many meals it makes. I think I've actually already used like 2 or 3 of them, so I'll add that on to whatever I show you now. And then I'm going to go into tonight's dinner and how I'm going to use that to then bump up my stock in the freezer. So let's jump into it and I'll talk you through it as and when, because I'm sure this is too long already. Okay, so what I do, I basically, on a Sunday, usually, I will do a big bulk meal prep. So this Sunday I made a massive sweet potato satay curry, which I will link the recipe down below because it's a really good one to bulk make. Really delicious, vegetarian, maybe even vegan. I always get confused with vegan stuff. And yet it freezes really well, you can keep it for bloody ages. I mean, it never lasts long in my freezer anyway because I eat them all. So, you know, I'll put down underneath the recipes how long you can freeze them for, because I'll have to look it up and just make sure that it is correct. Yeah, so I start off by doing that. So every time my stock gets low in the freezer, I'll do a big bulk cooking session, usually on a Sunday. Make a big curry or a big, you know, lasagna, or I'll link all of the recipes that are really good for this specific thing, like for freezing. I'll put them down below in a list and you can go have a look at them, just to give you guys some ideas, because I know I struggled with that at first, trying to find things that are actually good to freeze and taste alright after being frozen. Yeah, so I do that, and then, so you've got a stock. So I've got, I think like 11, about 13, yeah, I think it was like 13 Tupperware boxes of curry and rice. And then now you've got that, obviously you don't want that every day. I could, to be honest, because I love it so much, but you don't want to get sick of these things. So then I do that, and then to sort of mix it up a little bit, throughout the week I'll have meals that then can be frozen. Again, all linked below, any of these would work. You make it for your dinner, so you're not making anything extra, you're just making your dinner for your family. And then maybe if you've got a big family, double it, and then half of it you can go in the freezer. But we've only got like a couple of us living here, so for me, I just make the normal one and then I freeze all the leftovers into portions and then whack them in the freezer, and then I obviously write on using chalk markers what it is. Right, I mean, you don't have to, you could just do lucky dip, like, oh, today we're having lentil cottage pie or whatever. But yeah, I like to write on them what they are, so I can be like, oh, I don't fancy chilli today, let's have something else, kind of thing. Yeah, so that's just how I do it. I'm going to show you how I do that with cottage pie, which I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to do a vegetarian one and a non-vegetarian one, and I'll be freezing the vegetarian one minus whatever I eat tonight. And then, yeah, I think in a couple of days time I'm going to do a slow cooker vegetarian lasagna, and that is brilliant for freezing. And vegan cheese on top of that and the cottage pie, honestly the best thing. So let's jump into it. I will show you now what I did Sunday, and then I will film myself making lentil cottage pie for dinner, and how I also portion it all up and whack it in the freezer and stuff. So it's really straightforward. I just thought I wanted to show you guys because a lot of people have asked actually, and a lot of people that I've met that I talk to are like, how do you have time to do all this? How do you always have full cooked meals for lunches? I just wanted to show people that it is possible. You can save loads of money and actually eat a lot better. I struggle a lot, I have to have proper meals, because if I have a sandwich I won't eat it, and then my stomach acid, like my stomach creates too much acid or something. I have like tummy problems, so I have to make sure that I'm eating enough, otherwise I just feel really ill. So this is my way of making sure that I'm healthy, eating enough food, you know, not starving myself, because you know, food is good. That's the main thing, don't starve yourself, for God's sake. Like, eat, as long as it's healthy food. You're not eating McDonald's every single day. Sometimes I like McDonald's, but yeah, healthy food, doesn't cost much. I'll put the prices below as well. I love calculating the prices of recipes, so I will add all the prices and stuff below, or maybe on the screen, I don't know, so that you guys can see how affordable it is, and also a comparison between meal deals and lasagna, or meal deals and cottage pie, like the price difference, if it is worth doing it. Okay, I've been talking for 5 minutes, I'm gonna stop. Here is me showing you what I did on Sunday. Okay guys, here is what I did on Sunday. I had 14, I've eaten 2 of them already. Yeah, just curries. You can see, just little portions because I'm only little. Obviously if you wanted bigger portions, you could use these bigger ones. There's no rice in this one yet. Yeah, and that's like double the size, so you can always put more in if you have a bigger tummy, because everyone's different. I'm just happen to be quite small and don't eat much at one time. Yeah, so I did this Sunday, it took me about an hour, not really a big deal, nice and easy. And that is me sorted. I'll put them in the freezer in one of those like reusable supermarket bags, and they fit in really well. I'll show you, I'll go to my freezer now and I'll show you, because we keep everything in our freezer in these bags. I need to do a clear out of my freezer and also film it to show you guys how we organise it, because it's organised, it's just very full up. So that's coming soon. We're just waiting for these windows to be put in. They arrived and they were the wrong windows. Don't even get me started, guys. If you haven't seen what we're doing with the renovation, click up here. I think it's up here, but no, click up here. I always forget which side it is. I think it's on my left. So yeah, click up here and I give you a little tour about like what we're doing with the renovations and stuff. But that's besides the point. Rambling again. You see these bags? Let me try and get you in here. These supermarket ones. We like to keep everything in there because easily lift them out. So yeah, I'm gonna put all of my meals in one of them, and then it's just easy to get out and I can sort of see where we're at the end of the month, if I've eaten it all, if I need to make more or whatever. You can see, here's one that I made the other day, chili. So this is where I just keep them if I'm making only a couple. So obviously I did a big bulk one, which they wouldn't fit in there. This is only for if I'm doing like a small amount of chili or lasagna or cottage pie, which I'm gonna make in a bit. Other than that, I would recommend putting them in a bag in the freezer, just to keep them all together. The last thing you want is for them to fall to the bottom of the freezer and then you just won't see them for ages. So that is what I did on Sunday. And now we're gonna make dinner for tonight. So you're not making any extra food, you're just making your dinner for the evening. So cottage pie, yeah, and then we're just gonna freeze it all. I'm gonna take one portion out for myself for dinner, and then apart from that, just whack it in the freezer, and that's my lunch is done for another, I'm gonna make a guesstimation, maybe like 6-7 days, hopefully. Again, I have really small portions. It would change if you ate a lot more than me. So I'm quite lucky that I can just literally cut everything into really small portions, and that sorts me out for lunch. So let's crack on, because I've been talking for ages. Okay guys, so now I've found one of these bags and I'm gonna pop all of this stuff in a bag in the bottom of the freezer, so it's nice and easy to get out and have a look. And also really easy to stock up. So, you can fit about 4 in like that. And I'm just going to stack them up and then pop them in the chest freezer. There we go. Please excuse the washing machine in the background. There they are. Easy as that. And we're just going to pop this basket back on top, and that hides them under there. And then whenever I, come the night before, because you want to defrost them in the fridge first overnight, just pull the basket out and think, oh, what do we want? Right, here we are doing our cottage pie, or shepherd's pie. In reality, one of them is beef, so it's cottage pie, and the other one is lentils, so it is lentil pie. I don't know. So I've got all my ingredients ready, because obviously I'm doing 2. Made loads and loads of mash to go on top, and obviously the lentils and beef. So first off, I'm going to fry my onion and garlic, and then we're going to do the mushrooms. Split it all up into 2 pots and then add in the chopped tomatoes, shepherd's pie mix, and whatever one of these we're going to use. So obviously cook that off first, but that just goes into the sauce, and I will show you how I do that in a second. Right, now I'm going to make my slow cooker vegetable lasagna. Now just keep repeating these layers until you've used all of the mixture, finishing with a layer of ratatouille. I then sprinkle over grated cheese. I use vegan, but you can use cheddar or mozzarella. You can really use whatever cheese you fancy.